All right, so for just a brief prerequisite to the intro, the opening scene, the party has found their way to the volcano island of Bon Ladir, seeking answers for Caelynn's lineage and a claim to her place in the ancient dwarven city of Calderul, as well as some of Brewer's origins. They were given Brewer was given a map, which he shared, I think, at least with Caelynn, from Sterling Sam as a potential location where he may find some answers regarding the Warforged. Caelynn was given, through a bit of a fight, so to speak, not a physical fight, but a challenge in itself. She was able to lay claim to her estate and even her family's place on the council. Mind you, she's the only member of her actual Stormforge family here currently, but she found out a little information about her mother and a few other things. But before she could officially have the estate, there was a surveyor, an assessor that needed to go with them, along with a second individual, and check off some boxes, basically, on a couple of sheets of a lot of paperwork there, to say that she claims it and so on. So the party was going around the estate doing this inspection, and that kind of brings us here to our opening scene. How much rock must stand between them and the surface as they stand here on the edge of the deep, surveying Caelynn's estate? What sort of beautiful and terrifying creatures must live down here? It's been a long journey for Caelynn since the day she was lost to her parents. A long journey indeed. But here she stands, now surrounded by friends and comrades, ready to return to a home she never knew. How foreign will this place seem inside? As she and her guide kick open the stubborn doors blocking entrance, she heads to enter, and an eerie voice enters her mind, as well as the minds of her friends. Who disturbs me? Ooh, dinner. Good. A firm wind picks up, blowing more of the building's stale air out past our heroes. From further inside, the sound of hooves clacking in a slow march approaches. Clack, clack, clack. The wind dies as a beautiful, translucent white horse approaches from the darkness. Stepping further into the light, a single glorious horn protrudes from its forehead. A faint purple glow emanates from the horn, as a similar glow begins to seep from our heroes' forms, like wisps of smoke escaping a fire. Let us join them now, our heroes, our friends, as we travel with them once more tonight on Stormfall.
Oh boy.
So, wait, so this, okay. So could you repeat again what we're seeing? It's a horse with it's a unicorn?
It appears to be a unicorn. Mm-hmm. Translucent white.
Is anyone on the unicorn? Sorry, Sam.
Nope.
Good. And it's doing something to us?
Mm-hmm.
Does this, I'm going to just counterspell that just in case.
Okay.
Just like start doing it's gonna start doing something. Just no. Nice. I'm gonna attempt that just at third level.
Okay. You'll have to do a roll with it.
Crap, I forgot how to do this. Hang on. I was playing them recently. Geez.
Oh yeah, no problem.
No spells. Casted spell casting ability. Okay. Ooh, 23.
Nice.
Okay. The glow fades.
Nope. I'm not getting eaten today.
Nice. The unicorn bows its head a little bit and looks up at you again. The glow reignites on its horn. Starts to seep off your skin again.
Does anybody speak unicorn?
I mean, maybe.
Blueberry, this seems like a job for you, doesn't it?
Yes, sir. Okay. Screw it, I'm just gonna walk in.
Okay.
Not like in.
Yeah.
Just, a safe distance.
Okay.
Excuse me, Mr. Fancy Horse. What are you doing?
My friend's bidding.
Are you here to hurt us?
No.
Oh,
And
that
you
seems
hear it
like you're lying.
It says it almost in a
Insight
teasing
check.
way.
Yeah. Group insight.
Okay. Yes, I mean, I'm pretty sure you're lying. I'm gonna insight check.
Okay, go for it.
I think we all are. Because it's called this dinner. I got me.
Oh, I'm insightful as hell. Hang on. Oh, I'm really not. I was joking. What? Insight. Ooh, that's a big 4.
Okay, yeah.
I got an 18.
Okay. Aaron, it seems to be
Like, could I have been able to tell what type of spell I countered? Like, was it meant to harm?
roll an Arcana check. It seems to be maybe telling the truth. It's difficult to read with the 18.
Okay. 23 Arcana. I'm
Okay.
making up for my weekend of nothing over 10.
No. Yeah, it's not a harmful spell. And as you're considering the spell, the second cast takes effect. Things go dark for everybody. You feel a dip, like you just rode really fast over a hill or like on a roller coaster, and then woof, it settles, and light surrounds you again, and you find yourselves in a lush garden, neatly manicured, but abundant in vegetation. And now looking around you, you notice, noting the now familiar cave walls, you do see some family crests set about said walls belonging to the Cask Fury clan. Standing beside a darkened doorway is the unicorn, head bowed, grazing on the shrubs. No longer translucent, but now a tangible, full-on unicorn, just eating some of the vegetation. A lattice of greenery grows up and around the steepled doorway beside the unicorn. The wind picks up once again, and there's a soft rustle within the doorway.
Dan,
Mm-hmm.
the voice we heard when the doors opened saying you brought food, I want to say, is that the same voice that the unicorn spoke to me in?
Sorry, which one is the same voice? Make an intelligence check.
Great. I think my intelligence is -1. That's a 16.
It could have been the unicorn's voice, the unicorn making a silly voice, its best scary voice impression. You're not sure. It is a possibility.
Okay.
You said there's a doorway. That there's a rustling in?
Because it's a darkened doorway, but maybe like 10, 15 minutes, and as the wind picks up again, you see something like maybe some cloth.
How far is it away from us?
The doorway is probably about 40 feet, and that's maybe 10 feet in.
So is this area around it, is this room that we're in, is it dark or?
No, it's a pretty spacious, like an open cavern space. It's just been, it's like a garden of some sort, with a lot of purposefully grown vegetation. There isn't much here in the way of plants just for show. Everything seems to be growing something.
How sorry, go ahead.
No, you carry on.
How close is the closest bush?
Oh, probably maybe like 6-7 feet off to the side.
Okay, I'll step a little bit closer.
Okay.
And I'm gonna close my eyes and use my blind sight to focus down under the ground.
Oh, okay.
And kind of see, like, is this like natural?
Question mark?
Nice. Yeah, it feels like solid stone beneath you. You can sense some of the roots there. Excuse me, of the plant life.
That's weird.
You hear...
Back away to the group.
Okay. As you approach the group, sort of keeping an eye on the unicorn and, whether or not there was actually something in the door. From behind you, the opposite side of the door, you hear the ruffling of large wings. Catches your attention. A statuesque figure flies overhead and past you over to the unicorn and lands softly with an angel's grace just beside the... Oh, come on. Just beside the unicorn. Let me just change something on my thing here.
Dan, did you say that there were people from the Cast Fury clan on the walls?
There are symbols of that, yes.
Yay! So that was Lilith, right? That's her.
Yes, correct. Ooh,
One that
notes coming in
was-
handy.
My notes are back. That was the one that kind of like suggested everybody else give Caelynn the hammer, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, so she was nice. Alright, cool.
Bum, bum, bum. A familiar figure, by the way, to Caelynn and Emil, at least. Lands beside the unicorn and looks at all of you.
Confirmation.
Oh, you're muted, I think.
Muted.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
A
yeah.
Low.
little bit. It's a bit soft. I don't know if there's a...
Very quietly.
Okay. How are you guys doing?
Yay!
And a warm...
I missed you guys
Somebody
so
can
much.
keep a secret.
I know.
Awesome.
Well,
Been a while.
I'm guessing obviously this is Emrysina, correct?
Yep.
Caelynn is just going to run up to her and hug her.
Aww.
Seb will fly over and land on his shoulder.
Aww.
I'm gonna stop petting him.
It's so good to see you.
So great to see you too.
What?
You guys.
Good. What have you been up to?
Well, I needed to take some time away, and I heard a lot about what you guys did with the Crimson Fang, and I've actually been tracking you guys for a while, and I needed to kind of find some things out about my brother too. So
Did you find anything out?
he's within the city. So it turns out that we're exactly where we need to be.
Wow. So he's here in Bon the Deer?
Yeah. And I need some help getting him.
Anything. I'm just happy to see you.
I'm going to turn around and I'm going to take this huge history book and give it to Caelynn. Here.
And we've lost Caelynn.
Falls into a reading trance.
So what is this
Oh.
the history of?
Well, since hearing about your guys' travels, while I was away, I decided to do some digging, and I found this massive book that has some of the history of your people in it. I figured that might help.
I just hug her again.
Squee!
Wow, thank you so much.
And for everybody else, and I take out this sack full of pastries from Felix. He says hi. And he
I
hopes
found that bag so quickly.
I'm like,
Thank you.
You hear the dog speak common.
who might I ask?
We have some more people with us, obviously. This here is Blueberry. He loves pastries and sausages, and he's very heroic. We also
walk around a little bit.
Strong.
We also have Mortimer back there, as well as Erdwin here as well, and Galathor.
Have wings too. That's cool.
Thank you. I noticed that, where's Brixie and Mina? I wasn't able to track them.
Well, we lost Mina a while ago to a beholder. And Brixie was recently.
Eaten by a giant sea monster.
Emil turns away and turns his back to the party and walks away a few steps.
Wow.
Yeah.
It is very nice to meet all of you.
Caelynn will turn to everyone else. Emrysina traveled with us for a while. Oh, she motions towards the unicorn. Is this yours?
Indeed it is.
Another pet.
Does it have a name?
Probably Uni for right now. I haven't really considered a full name for her yet.
I would like to go up and inspect the unicorn.
Awesome. Do you have any flair, any details, Em, that you'd like for your unicorn?
Pretty much ignores them. But I mean, when you start snipping around the hooves and everything, she might stomp or something. But I mean, just as curious as he is.
Alrighty.
At least it's not another dog.
Caelynn will pet Blueberry on the head. No dog's as good as you.
Aww.
Oh.
Blueberry's best dog.
So were you the voice we heard when we came into the mansion?
You know, I had to have a little bit of fun with that.
Oh, you had fun. Yeah.
I mean, what's an entrance without it being grand?
That's true. Oh, I was kind of relieved. I was worried there was something harmful in there that would kill us up. That would kill everyone. So
Yeah, more
nice
slowly.
surprise.
More slowly closes his spell book, which is open to the nasty section, and just okay. We won't be needing that.
Dan, is the guard surveyor person with us?
Oh, that's a good question. I'm gonna say, would you want to have them come along too, Em, or would you just have taken the party?
Say that one more time. Sorry.
They had 2 guards with them. Would you want effectively guards, helping them assess it? Would you want to teleport the 2 of them with everyone else, or leave them behind?
Oh no, TP them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're looking around.
My fantasy grounds is like doing something. I won't be able to log into fantasy grounds,
No
I don't
worries.
think. So
No problem.
that's okay.
Oh, gee. I guess this is so taking us to this meadow. Is this a spell of yours?
Yes, it is. I'm not just a druid, I'm also a ranger.
It's lovely.
And I apologize for scaring you guys for a little bit there. It wasn't my intention.
It's just good to have you here. So
It's great to be back.
Well,
It's also good to like actually have you back as well.
Oh,
I know. I'm like, that's great to be back.
Emil will walk over to Emrysina. His eyes may be a little bit wet from earlier, and he'll come and stand about 2 paces from her. Can I ask a favor of you, Em?
Aye.
Can you please explain to Seb it was not my fault that you left? Seb kind of tilts his head.
Seb, is there something that you would like to share with me? Did he blame you?
He was upset that the winged person left, and he kind of blamed me, yes.
It's okay. I'm back, bud. It's not his fault.
Emil stands there for a second, then he holds out his arms and says, "Welcome back," and offers you a big hug.
Hugging?
Emil's come a long way.
Emil's had a rough couple of days.
Yes, yes.
from the Feywild, you have a astral hug from Astrid.
Nice, it's awesome.
An astral hug.
Nice.
I give him a big old bear hug and tackle him. Nice bracers you got there.
Ooh, that's right, man. From Winifred.
I help him up from the ground.
Oh. Nice.
Thank you.
Caelynn wipes. I guess. Can you send us? Can we go back to the mansion? So.
Kind of nice here.
Yeah.
I mean, I know
where
it's
are
your
we?
ancestral home you want to go to and all, but it's kind of nice here.
It's relaxing, right?
One of the guards looks around. It's nice, alright, but I don't think we want to stay here very long. Not without proper invitation. This looks like the Cask Fury's estate, which is fine for the plenty of vegetation here for their brewing. But there's also Fury in the name, not just Cask. So yes, can we be on our way before we're spotted on their private land?
What about this particular thing, sir?
Let's go! Right, did I get words?
Hey, Dan, do you mind if I have a moment out of character for a
Oh,
second?
yeah, please.
For all of those that have been following us throughout this Stormfall journey, and I kind of left without any explanation, and there was a reason for that. I was going through a divorce, and it's over now. So a lot of things had changed in my real life. So I had to focus on that instead of other things. So just wanted to give the viewers something to...
Oh, thanks. We're
So-
so glad to have you back.
And I missed all you guys.
Oh,
Yes, I'm so glad that things are through and real life is coming around for you. and so glad you can share it with us again here on the game.
I'm so happy you're back.
Yeah.
It's awesome. It's like an extra bonus that you're back with M too, because it's nice to kind of bring. I mean, I think that M and Emil and Caelynn, right, are the only like original characters. Because Beth had Astrid. Yep, and Felix retired. Yep. So yeah, extra little neatness there. But we're super happy to have you back, Melissa, for real. So thank you. Thank you for coming back.
Hey, anytime.
Awesome. All right. In that case, so your unicorn will have an extra charge of teleport for story.
Okay.
So it can...
Sorry about that.
Made you
You're
burn a
fine.
teleport.
Yeah, you didn't know. You got to be safe. Yeah.
It's all good.
And it brings you back to just outside of Caelynn's estate. There's something a little more fresh about the air. I mean, air is pretty fresh in the garden, obviously, because it's being, a bunch of it's being created there. There's a bit of that cooler air outside of the Caelynn's estate with that, again, stale air emanating from the building. It's
It's a fixer-upper.
Right?
Money pit.
Awesome. All right. Well, listen, we've got to get inside and we've got to check this out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go.
This is a little
Let's
more.
go. We'll walk back in again, Dan.
Okay. Another voice. No, just kidding.
I think I should know.
Nice. It's a grand estate, and even though it's musty and dingy, the stone remains intact. You don't see that much wear and tear on it. It needs a cleaning, not a rebuilding. There's really just about anything you could want in a dwarven estate here. From little training grounds, and there's a section inside, like a courtyard in the center of the estate that has some training dummies, all worn down a bit from misuse or neglect. Plenty of bedrooms. There's like 3 tiers to this estate. A lot of things are built for utility more so than luxury. But it's still exceedingly comfortable. Some of the furniture might need a little work. Though some of the wood has rotted, but a lot of the construction here, even in the furniture, is stone. Aside from, dressers and cabinetry and stuff like that. Very, very large kitchen, large pantry, and it seems as though some things had been cleared out or moved out or otherwise packed up and removed from the estate, but there's still plenty that seems like it was left with your father's unexpected demise and your mother's affliction, as it were. They probably had a little bit, some secondary party was probably like, well, we should pack some stuff up, but they didn't know all the important things to get and just did their best. But there's still personal effects about the house here and there. Again, mostly covered with dust. There's some other types of growths that are just common in the cave that have grown. What's the word I'm looking for? Sprouted up. Yeah. Yeah.
And as a former sometimes thief, when you're saying things have been moved out or picked over, like, are we talking about like people have kind of come through and stolen stuff over time, or just that family maybe moved things to a different estate?
It's a little of both, actually. It looks like not many people venture down here, just on a meta side, but it looked like some of it was neatly organized, stacked, and removed. But there are certain areas where you would expect something precious to be or expensive that have clearly been ransacked instead.
Okay, I think Emil, in his professional capacity, will point that out to Caelynn.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. Um. So I guess like one thing that I think that I would is I probably go upstairs to find like one of the bedrooms to see if I could find, I guess maybe the most recently occupied bedroom to see if that was like her mother's room.
Ah, I see. Okay. Oh, it's kind of tough to tell. Wait, let me just check your age again because I think it was different than what I thought it was, and everything's sort of relative to that.
My age?
You can't. Yeah, Caelynn's age.
Caelynn's age.
I see. You ended up putting it in your notes in Fantasy Grounds.
Yeah.
Let's see. So, it was about 10 years after that. So it's probably been about 45, 50 years. Since she's been.
But her mother stayed. Did her mother not stay here after
about
her
10
father's
years
death?
after?
For 10 years. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So it's still been about 45, 50 after that.
Okay.
Or maybe 55, given your age, I guess.
Okay.
But, I mean, you're welcome to look around. You've got the time. Basically, they're going through and getting all the checkboxes, and they finish up, and then it leaves you to... All right, well, here's the names of a few professionals that can get your estate back in order if you're looking to have it cleaned and whatnot. Okay. I would check in with... She hands you another card, local administrative office, and see if there's any stored goods. Likely someone came through and packed some stuff up that...
Oh, okay.
At your mother's request, perhaps. There's a sudden earthquake and Blueberry gets not. Just kidding.
Cool.
All right, but I just need your signature here, saying that we've shown you everything on the property, and that it is as I described down here below each section. And she's written, some pretty legible handwritten notes about the state of each area of the of your estate.
Is it as it was described?
It's pretty accurate, yeah.
Okay, all right. I will sign.
Like a landlord.
Nice.
Certificate of occupancy.
That'll be first month, last month. No. All right, well, I bid you both adieu, and, because the little Caelynn down here, and, good day to you both, and the other guy's, gives a nod. He's appreciative, too, because you took the time to get to know him a little bit, Caelynn.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I forget what his voice was, but if you need help with anything, or getting settled in the city, just... seek me out. You can find me up in I live just off the area where we met. Which is, I think, like the Welcome Center or something. Welcome.
If I don't see you, good luck.
Thank you. He turns and walks away with the other one. And you hear her kind of talking to him as they walk out, like, was that a bleeding unicorn? This is like... I've got a feeling things just aren't going to be the same now. With their return, and they head off back into the city.
Everyone's back in town.
Neat. So yeah, you have an opportunity to paw around, and you do find. Let's see, what would be left in the building that would signify it, perhaps as your mother's. There's one room that has a few more. Now the linens were all bugs have eaten them out, moths, whatever else would be down here. So it has a few more of those stocked within the room itself than most of the other bedrooms. So this one looks like it was lived in a little more than the rest of the bedrooms. There's a clear, distinct area for the servants up on the second floor. This bedroom is up on the third floor in the back. It actually has a really nice view as the back of your estate wraps around. There's sort of a sheer cliff that drops down with some really huge, out about 100 feet into this chasm is a huge pillar of stone that opens and spreads up to the ceiling with different striations of different color and glistening bits within it. And it looks really pretty from the window here.
Oh. Wow. Pretty.
There's a lot of those luminous stones and some luminescent fungi in the distance. There's a dim light throughout here, but it shines kind of like a beacon. This couple of pillars further down the chasm as well, and this one you can see.
I'll subtly cast my dancing lights and just kind of like let them wander around and watch everything sparkle.
Oh, nice! Yes, it does. It reflects and refracts beautifully.
It's so shiny.
I think Caelynn will probably pause by that window in the bedroom on the third floor and just kind of stand there for a bit.
Okay.
I'm taking it in.
You see on the dust and junk of the window a handprint, faded and covered in a lot of the goop that's on the dust and stuff that's accumulated in the window, but the oils of one's hand seem to have affected that particular area, creating that a faint outline of a handprint.
I'll put my hand on it.
Oh, it's just about the same size as your hand as you place it up. Fits snugly within the outline.
Caelynn,
Mm-hmm.
might I ask, this is your place, right?
I own it now, I guess. Yeah.
From your parents?
Apparently so. This was their house.
Wow. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I think once, it gets a little bit of dusting and get some cleaners in here, I think it could be very beautiful. Yeah. It's a lot to take in. It's a lot to take in.
Yeah.
Do you need our help doing some cleanup?
I mean, let's see here, Dan. I had 2 days to return to the
to give an answer or to
give an answer to the council. Let's see, I'm looking back now.
Mhm.
Let's see, it's not that. Uh-huh. Yeah, I thought it was a couple of days. I mean, yeah, I don't really know where to start as far as cleaning goes. There's just so much of it. I'm guessing they gave me like a key to lock it up and stuff, Dan.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, I mean, the doors are kind of kicked in, but they'll close again. They're really sturdy doors. The hinges are fine. But you have locks for a whole ring of keys, of somewhat rusty metal keys on a somewhat rusty metal ring.
Okay. I'll probably go around just make sure that all of the doors and stuff will close properly and that are closed. So that way I can keep it locked up. When
Okay.
you leave.
You find a couple of windows that have been broken. And the back door in the dimmest section of the cave, out behind the kitchens, has been broken into at some point and doesn't latch currently.
Okay. I guess I may try to find, like, maybe some, I don't know, something to make a note of to fix. There's no, like, hidden basement or anything that I found, is there?
Ooh, make an investigation check.
Oh!
It's like the beginnings of a horror movie. Oh, and I got into FG. Woo!
Oh, good, nice. Oh, go ahead and do your roll. Don't forget that massive, all the D20s in their roll. And see, currently Erinwin's in the lead with our nightly. roll, I think. Okay, I think I've got everyone's stuff right now.
Is it safe to say, Dan, have we canvassed the
I
whole estate?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's no squatters. There's nobody.
Correct.
Yeah.
Nice. And what did you get, Caelynn?
It
Sorry.
was just a 3.
Okay, nope, don't find any hidden basements.
Great. So just from understanding like how the outside looks, Dan. So it's kind of underground. You said because you said it's by the deep roads entrance, or by a deep roads entrance.
So just outside the city, on the lowest ring of this city. These rings are concentric, and they get smaller and smaller as you go further down into the mountain for stability. And then on as low as I think it's a 5th ring or so, outside maybe like half a mile out of the exit from the city is this estate, off on the side of a roughly worn road through the caverns here. If you were to continue on that road, instead of turning right and going into your estate, that's where the deeps begin. You're just on the edge of the deep.
Okay.
Can I do like a perimeter check?
Oh, absolutely. Go ahead and make either investigation if you want to, like, specifically look for stuff, or perception if you're just like soaking in the perimeter to see if you spot anything.
Okie dokie. Investigation or perception.
Are there any chests or boxes that have been left behind?
Go ahead and make an investigation check, Em. And don't forget, you can use real dice. It's real dice all the time.
Yay!
I'm gonna do perception, and that's a 21.
Nice, okay. So, Blueberry, you make a whole pass around the perimeter. You don't spot any people. Let's see, what are you gonna spot? What will you spot out here? You do come across. Oh, gosh, it's been a while. Let me just do a roll and see how noticeable this would be.
What was I rolling for again? Perception?
Investigation. Yeah, to look for the chest. Let's see. So you notice some spots.
I got an 18.
Ooh, an 18. Okay. All right. So Blueberry, you spot as you're doing your perimeter. No people, no creatures, but you do see like sort of an odd rock pile, like something was maybe dug up and then buried again. I mean, you're a puppet, so you're like, I know this. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
And let's see, an M on your side, inside the house that you're going around. So if you're looking, there's still some rooms in these main rooms on the 3rd floor that are likely the clans people's rooms and not the servants. There are footlockers at the end of each bed. Some house some basic linen, some have some basic like common clothes. Others hold what do you call them? The finer clothes there, but a lot of them are worn out and eaten through. You do spot, however, a couple of leather jerkins that you think are in decent shape that you might be able to do something with your leatherworking. You might be able to bump them up and make them a little, reinforce them.
I'm gonna go ahead and put them in my pack.
Okay, nice. So there's at least 2 of those that you find. And are you looking at the interior, or are you looking around the exterior too, Em?
Kind of both. Mostly the interior to see if there's like papers or books or anything like that, or journals.
Okay. You come across a library. There's a library section back here. A lot of the books are pretty worn to time. Most of them have been packed up, but it looks like maybe hurriedly. So there's a few that are left about. Let's see. What else would you spot in the living room? I think that's probably it as far as items like that on the inside.
Caelynn! Caelynn!
Oh, I will come. Yeah? Yes?
Hey, there's like a library here.
Wow.
I think you might find some things interesting. I think there's some stuff missing, but seem to be in pretty good condition.
Can I take a look around, Dan?
Absolutely, yeah. There's only a handful of books, so no roll needed.
Okay.
I mean, there's a handful that aren't falling apart. Maybe 4 or 5 books in total. 2 or 3 have been closed, left closed, and off on the shelf. So they all seem to. Oh gosh, I don't know. I'm trying to think of what would be left behind with people that didn't know what they were. They were just blindly packing up books. A couple rolls. Okay. So all the books except one are fairly mundane books. Dwarven poetry, which is interesting. History of a couple books of histories in other faraway locations. But one book is not so much a book as much as like a family tree, like an album. And it's, as you open the first page, the writing is sideways, and it has the introduction, and the first few pages are all that usual stuff, except on the very first page you see just the very base of some squiggly lines, very detailed, as they are the root system. And as you flip each page, there's different roots that kind of grow and intertwine. And as you get to like the 4th or 5th page and you get into the actual family tree bit, it starts showing the tree. And you flip a page, and eventually you're flipping pages outwards, like out of the top and bottom, so you can, as it branches off, it needs more width. So it's sort of a convoluted folding system to paw through the book, but it gives this beautiful lineage back ages and ages and ages and ages for your family tree. And when do you want to look through the entire thing, like to see if you find?
Yeah, I'll definitely flip through it. Probably take out. Caelynn will take out her journal and make some notes.
Okay, neat. You get towards like the end, right? So there's these names you're probably not going to recognize. There's some bits in the Stormforge, of course. What am I thinking of? The not the Stormforge, the Great War, where the Warforged were in place. There's some names that have smudges. Like they've been tried to be not erased, but maybe reworked, or something's been altered with them during that time. Like one band across during that, like 2 generations worth, which is near the end. And as you get to the very end, of course, you see your cousins that you met, and your aunt, and your parents, and you. You see you. With you see your parents' names, and then you see a name between them, because I don't think that you are aware yet of your actual
Stormforge?
But your yeah. And I don't have it in front of me, so you see your first name in there, your given name anyway.
Okay.
Wow, way to tease that.
I know, right?
Such a tease.
So I think you had a specific one. Didn't you have it figured out already, or no? Because if not, okay.
No, I don't have anything written down for her.
Oh, my bad. All right, good.
No, you're the one that came up with her last name, and you're going to have to be the one that comes with her first name.
Okay. Cool, will do. All right. So you're soaking in that name for the time being as I figure out what it's going to be.
I will make a note of this in my book.
Okay.
Dan, can I do a closer inspection on that stone thingamabob?
Absolutely. The stones are small enough, and you're really strong anyway, so you kind of paw some out, kick some others with your hind legs, and then access this part of the stone that... again, it's just a bunch of smaller, loose stones that this was backfilled with. Actually, I gotta go to my other notes here for this. Okay. Nope, it wasn't that. Where were we?
I keep forgetting that I have a pet now following me around.
Oh, yeah.
It might not
Clip, clap, clip, clap.
I know, right?
That's awesome.
I completely forgot for a second.
All right, it is. Oh, there we go. Oh, you know what? Maybe I could do a 2-in-1 here. So you start digging through. I guess make a quick strength check, Blueberry, to see how smoothly things go. And to give me time to look at this name.
Strength. Okay. 15.
Okay, solid. You're digging through until you get down a good 3.5, almost 4 feet. In fact, I think because Brewer's patrolling outside too, backpack still ready to go. And he sees some stones flying up out of the the hole, and he'll come over. But he'll just be approaching for now. You come across, you stop scraping stone and scrape across some wood. You find a little tiny, ornate chest, maybe 1.5 feet wide by, as you're digging it out, looks like maybe 1 foot deep. Yeah.
Ooh. Do I see Brewer?
You do. You see. Well, I guess so. Right? I guess you're below your height. You hear him. Yeah. So you
Okay.
hear him. He approaches the side.
Okay. So I pop my head up out of the hole
Okay.
and Brewer.
Yes. Blueberry.
Find Caelynn. Go now.
Understood. He turns and starts doing up faster.
This is just too cute.
Quick rewind here. I'm guessing Caelynn would have introduced Brewer to Emrysina as well.
Oh yeah. The hulking warforged.
Oh, hi. Mr. Warforged.
Yeah.
Awesome.
He's a friend.
Well, wait a minute. Wouldn't Emrysina have been on the pirate ship when we rescued Sam?
Wait a minute, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So she would have, yeah.
Thank you for that.
He's
Of
now with
course,
us.
we did kind of
For a bit.
fight him at first.
Yeah, it was kind of intense.
Yeah, we lost.
Yeah.
That was fun though. Oh, awesome.
All right, so Brewer's coming.
Brewer arrives. Caelynn.
Hey, how's it gonna
enters the
fit?
house.
Yes, yeah.
She
Yeah.
ducks in.
Hey.
Blueberry is in need of your person.
Oh, is he in trouble? And I will start walking out with him.
He turns, he pivots, body first and the upper body first, lower body, and kind of as he's running, turns his head around to you. No danger. Something discovered. Spins his head back forward.
I am still hurrying out of the place.
I'm just staring. I'm just like, whoa. What? What just happened? I just slowly walk out of the room.
Nice. What's happening? He leads you back towards Blueberry. And Blueberry, you've now jostled free the box from the stone, and it's in the bottom of the hole there.
What are you doing?
I found something.
Wow, good job. So, the box is out of the hole, Dan.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
How big is it?
Like 1.5 feet long, maybe like 1 foot tall, 1.5 feet deep.
Is it locked? Is there a lock on it?
There is, in fact, a lock on it. Looks moderately intricate.
Okay. All
A
right.
lock? A lock?
You hear Emil? Achoo!
Blueberry, why don't you go and grab a meal?
Okay. Brewer, find a meal.
Understood. He runs into the house. Emil. He's running through the house.
Brewer, how are you? How's life? Are you
Like,
feeling anxious about being here? Have you had a chance to explore the grounds yet?
I am excited to be here, but
I'm glad to hear it.
thank you. There is a request for your person outside from Caelynn.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's go. Sure.
And he was like, oh no.
What did I do now?
He hustles
Was it
outside.
something I said?
That's awesome. He leads you back to the spot where now there's stone dug out on the sides, and Caelynn and Blueberry are standing there, and Brewer now off to the side.
Oh. Hi, everyone.
Hey,
What happened?
there's nothing. Everything's fine. Everything's okay. There's just this. Apparently Blueberry found this, did a very good job, and it has this lock on it. And you're the most experienced with locks, so I figured you might enjoy the challenge.
Well, I wouldn't dream of picking a lock without permission from the owner, and then Emil just chuckles and then starts on it. What do you think your answer?
You have permission, of course.
Well, don't ruin all my fun.
Caelynn would just kind of step away.
Awesome.
I'll just silently chuckle in the back.
All right. Go ahead and do a thieves tool check. Okay. First round, you get in there, and you've assessed the lock and determined it's of a certain difficulty, but it's actually more intricate. It's intentionally designed to appear that at that level of difficulty. But once you get in there, you realize, nope, you're going to have to take a second look at it and approach it from a different way. So it's much more intricate than you initially thought. It does not unlock the first time.
Oh, this is fascinating. This is a good lock. I like this one. You should find out who made this and get them to make a few more for your estate. This is.
Didn't you get a big old ring of keys?
I did. I did. I just thought that he likes it.
You go back in again, and it's a matter of troubleshooting. Trying a few different approaches. Second approach, less successful than the first. It does not unlock.
Okay. I see. I'll just keep working away on it while everybody else, talks about keys and boring things like that. Oh wait! Before I get to, let me try this one thing first, real quick.
Nice, natural 20.
I have a sudden insight.
Yep, amazing. And in a matter of 10, 15 seconds this time, you get in there and you try it. Everything just lines up. Click, 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 click. Tumblers knocked aside. Everything. Plunk. Latch pops up as you remove your tools.
Oh.
Unlocked.
Before I walk away from this, I'll do a quick trap check.
Ooh, okay, neat. I'm going to make an investigation for traps. Oh, nice.
Wow.
It appears to be trap-free.
All right, I will step back and let Caelynn know that I didn't see any traps, and hey, it's her place, so it's all hers.
Thank you, Emil.
Okay, but that was cooler than using a key.
That's the whole point.
Dinner and a show.
I will look into the box, Dan.
Okay.
What's in the box?
And I'm killed. Immediate kill.
All right, where are my other things? So, you pop open the box. You set it down on like a flat stone nearby that was dug up out of the hole, and has a bit of a creak to it as you open up. The hinges have seen some moisture, and it sets open, and inside is packed like a bright red velvet, and set down into the base of this chest, an area that's cut out for it, is a beautiful jeweled gold crown. Do you want to take a closer look at it, or?
Wow. I think I will start for it, but then also can I sense any arcane coming from it?
Ah, interesting. Go ahead and do an Arcana check.
Caelynn is now a Disney princess.
Nice.
I am doing
Spiders and
horrible.
all other
Tonight, I just need to stop. That's 10 total.
Dan, I also have a rune active. Can I Arcana check as well?
Sure.
She's kind of like just like leaning out the window.
What's this?
With a natural 20.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, so that's 24 total.
Oh, beautiful. Neither of you detect any arcana coming from it.
Oh, okay.
It's shiny.
I will
It's
lift it
gorgeous.
up and take a closer look at it then.
Okay. So again, this is solid gold. It's not gold plated or anything else. There's a weight to it. Bejeweled. It's whatever, really, in reality, is whatever you think would be an amazing looking crown. So tell me, what do you think an amazing looking gold crown would look like? Bejeweled crown.
Gosh. I mean, it could be several things, but I'm guessing since can I tell if it's dwarven in May?
It is.
Like, look dwarven.
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing there's, some intricate dwarven designs on it, along with probably some polished stones, a few gems. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Along the interior, something's engraved.
Oh, what is it?
It's written in Dwarvish, which I'm pretty sure you get regardless, right? I mean, in your history, you learned it because you're a dwarf.
Yeah.
It says. Let me see if because I think I have this in my voice notes and not my actual notes. Shame on me. To our dearest daughter, the future of Clan Stormforge, and then in a very sweeping Dwarvish, written very sweepingly, borderline Dwarvish calligraphy, it says Jascerra Stormforge, which is the name you read from the family tree.
What was it again?
Jascerra. Jascerra. Jascerra.
Wow. I would just sit there and stare at it for a bit. This is a lot.
Brewer rests a hand on your shoulder, saying you can silently comforting.
I will say a quiet thank you, not only intended for Brewer, but also towards her parents who can't hear her. But, and I will gently put the crown back in the case and just kind of like, I guess, lift it up and take it with me.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'll just hold the box for a bit, just kind of like walking back into the house, like probably like in a daze of like.
You think she'll remember us little people when she's,
Well, every Disney princess needs a pet sidekick, so I'm good.
Brew returns to Emil and says, "But she is a little person." Because he's going to be funny. He's testing out his sense of humor. It's not there yet.
No, it's not.
Can Brewer Singh be our guest? Does he know the words?
Sings and dances too.
Nice. Brewer returns to the rest of the group and says, we have so much to learn here and so much to do. Let us start with our bio break.
Yes.
I knew it.
I knew it.
Awesome. All right.
Brewer is so meta. He just knows what's going on.
For real. Another level.
Yeah.
So for those who don't know, we take like an 8 to 10 minute bio break. I'm going to make some fresh coffee, maybe have a scoop of ice cream because I have ice cream.
Ooh,
Yummy.
God.
Yeah. It's Ben and Jerry's
You don't need to know what kind.
strawberry cheesecake. Oh, it's
Oh, man. Oh,
It's
cheesecake.
just making it worse.
What?
Oh.
That's messed up. That is so messed up. How dare you?
So
Killing
nice. Yeah. Neat. All right, well, I'll catch you all back. That's awesome, Half. Catch you all back here shortly then. We'll keep streaming, and we'll be back soon.
Bye.
When you only drink once.
Just Sarah. Yeah.
I really thought Dan was saying it's just Sarah, and I was like, well, that's a little bit disappointing.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
Sarah.
Or even if it was written out, just Sarah.
Yeah.
Just Sarah Stormforge. Wow. Thanks, Mom and Dad.
I was dying to say, try it on, try it on. See if it fits.
I didn't have a mirror to look at myself.
That's true.
So,
That shopping list mirror.
you
I
know,
mean, I have a pocket mirror on me, so
there should
That's
be,
true. I have a mirror on me too.
There might be
Steel
one in
mirror.
the house. I mean,
yeah.
Yeah, shopping list display case.
Yeah.
Be back.
Ooh. Nice have. How about every time my accent comes out? That would be a fun drinking game, I think. Whew. All right, let's see. Let's tweak this up. Nightbot. All right.
That was really well played, Dan.
Oh, neat.
I was thinking all week of like, are we fighting a ghost? Are we fighting?
Awesome.
What's up? And now a unicorn. Oh my God, we're fighting a unicorn.
Oh, son of a yeah. Excuse me. Awesome. Oh, excuse me.
I'm like trying to cook ramen.
Oh, nice.
So
No worries. Take your time. Yeah. We'll get you.
Yeah.
We'll jump in. You got to be able to eat. Oh, excuse me. My goodness. Whew. Well, thank you for the cheer, Frank. I don't know if that was today or Tuesday, but either way, I think I missed it. Thank you so much. Oh yeah.
Like huh?
Sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead, Em.
I was gonna say, yeah, you just don't know what day it is. This runs together.
Nice. I know it's the day that ends in Y, but after that, forget it. Oh, that's good. Not as good as the last cup, but I'll take it.
Back on my food.
Okie dokie.
That was funny, Dan. I was just getting ready to cast the second counter spell. He said, the room goes dark. And it's like, oh, I'm laughing to myself. I'm making the coffee. It's like, we're really going to ruin Dan's day. We're going to sit here and counter spell his teleports all night.
Nice.
Will you just let me teleport me to...
Nice. I always like to keep it open. That way, I don't ever want anyone to feel railroaded in anything. So I was like, I'll just have to think of another way to make this happen. or attempt to. I mean, it may have just been Unicorn being like, what up?
I was so convinced at the end of last session we were going to be fighting like big spiders because you said they're like spider webs and stuff everywhere.
Yeah.
So like I was having a conversation with the guy I work with and I was like, right, so I think when we get in there we're going to have to roll initiative and everything else.
Nice. Giant spiders attack. Awesome.
I should learn my lesson. Never try to game plan with Dan. Just you never know what's coming.
Oh, that's sweet. Alright, where am I? Calderon. Yeah, but where's the where's my maps at? Oh. That's pretty.
Sam, how was D&D at the B&B?
It was really rather fun, except we had a couple of people who had only done Adventurers League for the past couple of years. So the guy had become something of a min-maxer. It was a husband and wife duo, and the husband was all about the min-maxing. So we were level 5 and we were going up against all these demons and stuff, and it was fun. And then our druid summoned 8 velociraptors, who, the little tiny things, they all had pack tactics, so they all attacked with advantage, and they each had 2 attacks. I lent her most of my d20s, all the ones that were betraying me, and she rolled so many 20s. I was so mad. I was like, I should just give these to you because they're not doing anything for me right now.
Wow.
But like they kind of would go just Jurassic Park on everything. It's like, oh well.
Less fun, yeah.
Yeah, like it was fun, but it's like could have been even more fun, you know, more satisfactory.
Yeah, especially in a big group setting, right, where the Velociraptors now take up half the turns.
Yeah. So yeah, that was kind of bad, but that was the first time I played like a full straight up monk, so I got to punch things.
Oh, nice.
Fun.
Yeah, it was. She is a master of the she's part the way of the drunken master.
Nice.
Which that stuff is so cool.
Awesome.
That's in Xanathar's, right? Like one of the new.
Yeah. It's so cool. So if Erin dies, I might bring her in.
Awesome.
You have form, to be fair.
It's like, okay, let's line them up. But that was fun, and then I went to the Smithsonian, made the mistake of driving in DC.
Oh no!
How you people drive on the East Coast?
They were terrible.
Like the speed limit on the freeways just seemed like a suggestion.
It is.
Okay, because I was like going the speed limit, and then people were like going 20 past me, and I was like, okay, I'll just go with traffic, fine. Because this sort of road would have been like 75 over here in the West. It's like,
oh yeah,
sure. Sure.
Everything's a suggestion on the roads on the East Coast, especially New England, but all the way down to DC for sure.
It's just terrible. I don't ever want to drive on the East Coast again.
Nice. Well, don't go up to New England then. Don't do like Rhode Island, Connecticut, or Massachusetts.
Nope.
Yeah, I've done Connecticut and Boston too. So.
Well,
Yeah, no.
You won't like Houston at all. The first time I went to Houston, I almost got into like 5 or 6 wrecks.
Oh, really?
It was so bad. I wasn't used to the driving, and sometimes their entries and their exits are on the same exact line. Like it's the same road. It's so weird. And so, but the second time around, I was like, okay, I'm not gonna die today.
Yeah, like there was that, and then you had to get on 4 different freeways, highways, or whatever ways to get 2 blocks.
It's so crazy.
Yeah, and all the toll roads.
Like
there's
spend
loads
like
of
$100 on tolls.
Yeah. So like we rented a car, so I was able, and they had like do you want an easy toll pass? And I was like, sure, why not? And I'm really glad we did.
I think there's only one toll road in the UK.
And you're probably right. The East Coast, at least. I don't know about anywhere else, but we have a lot.
I went on it once. It was amazing. I was the only car on there. I was like, I could do this.
That's awesome.
I think I only know of one in Canada.
Yeah.
Oh my.
I mean, it's a big place. There could be hundreds I don't know about. But
US overuses them, I think.
Dang.
Yeah.
We gotta move, guys.
Yeah.
This place is expensive.
Yeah. We'll just all
come to the UK. We have like no land left to build anything on.
Oh, you would have loved where I was this week then. Nothing but land.
Oh,
really? Oh, I think I saw the picture. Yeah. That was gorgeous, right? Is that the pictures you posted?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. Incredible.
Half Donut, I agree. They are getting pretty shady with these toll roads. And it's getting ridiculous. Like, they put more and more, or they, like, raise the prices or something, and it's just like, yeah. It's already expensive enough.
do they do it so like you almost like have to take them? There's not really like an option to
There
go.
are some roads that have no tolls, but usually they're longer.
Slower.
But there are options. It depends on what road you're taking and what direction you're going.
Oh, okay.
So.
And how good your GPS is.
Right? We're gonna land in a ditch today. Woo!
Yeah, when I was in Boston, to not take toll roads, because otherwise it was like, without an easy pass, without like a toll road pass, it would have been like $20 a day.
Yeah.
It was just to get to work.
Yeah.
And not taking the
Jeez.
toll roads put an extra, like, depending on traffic, like 40 minutes onto my each way.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
That's insane. Help us.
No.
Jeez.
Stop this, please.
Yeah.
I mean, there's like I-15 has it has the HOV toll lane. So like it's a high occupancy vehicle. So the idea is if you're carpooling, you can go in this faster lane, or you can pay the toll to go in this faster lane. And that's
I
only
think
on.
that is so stupid because half the time the faster lane isn't faster.
It is here.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Okay, where I'm at, it's really not that.
That's
much of a
awesome.
difference.
It is here. The HOV lane is always at least 5 over, and it's but like everybody always goes 5 over anyways because that's just how you drive here.
Gotcha.
And then the HOV is more above that.
Dang,
Nice.
where I'm at, people like to go 20 over.
Unless there's construction.
Or popo. Then they slow way down and actually go the speed limit.
Nice.
Reading
I don't
says
like
when the
exit.
police are on the highway, it's like the pace car in NASCAR.
Yes, yeah.
Everybody just lines up behind him. And he pulls off, and we're back on the green. Ping.
That's awesome.
I can't stand tolls that are like on the exits.
Mm,
That doesn't
plan
make
this
any sense
better,
to me.
yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. America's weird.
Anyways,
Sorry.
Anyways,
Oh yeah.
that's our weekly complaining about the country we live in.
that's all right.
Excellent. All right. Oh no, that's too good to pass up. Okay, sorry. Just an image. I was looking up for some things. Like, oh no, I can do something with that. All right. And we'll say this. Oh come on! Don't jit me like that, bro. Look at this.
Oh, I 100% lied to you. There are 23 toll roads in the UK. I just looked it up.
Oh! Amazing.
Does that include bridges or just roads?
It includes bridges, to be fair.
Okay, yeah, because there's a number of toll bridges in Canada, but I think it's a little bit different.
I think we've got to have that one too.
Then makes a note to put an annoying toll taker in our next travel. Stop.
I
Pay the
mean-
toll.
Exact
I
change
mean-
only, please. Yeah.
I mean, there's an Aesop's fable about a toll bridge since the troll.
Nice.
The 3 billy goat scruff. So this is not a new concept.
Awesome.
But are all of your toll roads one you need to stop and pay, or do you have the electronic ones where you just drive and they scan you?
There were a couple I ran into that you had to stop and pay, and if the scanner didn't read it, you would have to stop and pay. But most of them had the
Easy
electronic lanes. Yeah.
Okay.
We have both. I think you can have an electronic one, or if you just want to like do a one-off that you don't get like a bill sent through, you can just like do contactless on the card.
Oh, don't jit me, bro. Where's the picture? Listen,
And then that was a week that I have to be back at the council. And
a
within
week. Okay, good. All right, thanks. For your answer about the
right.
role
The council
here.
position.
Okay. Oh, yes. Picture's so great. I love it when I find the right picture for like to express what you're gonna encounter.
Oh Lord.
Love it. Okay. All right. Let me. I'm all set with those. Let me close all those tabs out. All right, so, we are back. I'm going to go ahead and pop our cool tweet command in there again, just in case any of y'all are looking for a way to support us. A nice, easy way, if you're up for it. That link there will take you to a pre-generated tweet that you can alter in any way you see fit. Just kind of says, we're back from break and we're awesome. And it helps us a lot. So thank you if you can, and no worries if you can't. In fact, I'm going to click it, so I don't have to write up a distinct one, because this covers it really well. And tweet it out as well. Awesome. Thank you, everybody. All right. So, gosh, where were we now? We had Brewer outside, Caelynn, or Jascerra, headed back into the house. And, yeah, that's where we were. I'll let you all pick it up from there.
Once I'm inside the house, I'm guessing Brewer is following me, or did he stay outside?
He's following you. Yeah, he's going in as well. Mm-hmm.
I will walk in and just kind of, still kind of in a daze of sorts, just kind of sit the box down on a table, stand there, and I will kind of turn to Brewer. Have you figured out anything about what you came here to do?
I am eager to pursue the map and perhaps at last discover something meaningful.
Yeah.
But it does make me realize, traveling with you and our friends, that there are other meaningful things in this world.
Yeah, there are. Well, of course, we'll help you out however we can, Brewer.
Thank you. Bows his head. Some whirring.
Do you know anything about the deep roads down here?
Only what Sam spoke of.
Okay.
They are old, unmapped, dangerous.
Yeah, kind of piques the curiosity, doesn't it?
It does. It's a little robotic smile on.
Yeah. If I were by myself, or if it's just me, I would definitely, they're definitely dangerous. Yeah, something I probably need to study it a bit more.
He makes a couple whirring face, like a little eyebrow up, and just Caelynn, are you all right?
Yeah. I mean, why wouldn't I be all right? I've found part of my heritage. It's just a lot to take in. I'm unaccustomed, and I never expected to really find this much, especially to get my parents' home, or to find this. I'm not even sure what this means. It's a lot. But I'm fine. I'm glad that. Did you recognize Emrysina? Did you remember her from before?
I do not recall the wings, but...
Yeah, she didn't have them when we first met you.
I do recall her, though.
I'm glad that she's here. And that you're here. And we should probably see what everyone else is up to. It's a little too quiet here.
Yes, and he spins and to head out of the space.
Get a room.
What's Mort up to?
Well, I was out with the excitement with the box, so he was impressed. Obviously, from being in the Underdark and being in Deep Gnome, was impressed by the crown.
Neat.
From the jewelry work and all that. So, but I guess I would go up to at some point after all the excitement of finding the crown and stuff is like, go to Caelynn. So this is a lot to take in one day. I guess we clean things out and I go through things out of respect to see if anything's meaningful to you, and then what do you think about the High Council? Do you think you would even entertain that?
Well, I don't know how that would work with me. I mean, I don't plan on leaving you guys. I don't plan on staying here right now. So I would definitely need to see if it's something that I can keep traveling with, or if not, then I don't think that there's any way that I could. But I definitely would like to, if I can, respect, my family and keep at least some position, but we'll see. But I it's like what would I be able to offer?
I think you will be able to offer a lot as a person on a council. I think you would, but that's up to you. I mean,
it definitely
sounds like that. Yeah,
require a lot more studying for sure of their culture, because I've studied them all my life, knowing I was dwarven, but
to be here is a whole different story.
Yeah. But I appreciate you asking and caring more.
No, I mean, I want to help you get to where you want to be. I'm sure I'm not, still a work in progress. It's a very impressive place. I don't know what can be done.
Probably we just make sure that everything's nice and close tight. But we can definitely, kind of, unless we wanted to camp out here for the night, which might be good. We wouldn't have to pay for anything, so we just have to find some food somewhere, because I don't think there's anything in the pantries, or nothing edible.
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah, but at least everyone was doing a good job on the ship, so we won't be hungry. That's for sure.
Yeah. So we can. I want to check in at the admin office just to make sure that nothing else was left, and also maybe to ask if they. I don't know if they. I don't know. I just need to maybe talk to someone I can trust about maybe my relatives, about what the crown, if they knew about it. And then we have brewer stuff and Emrysina stuff, and it's a lot to do.
Yeah. Well, we have a week before you have to, and even then, you don't have to say anything in a week. You would, So.
I have to report to them in a week.
Yeah.
Within a week. So, yeah.
All right. Things to do. What time is it?
Yeah, Dan, what time does it look like? See the sky outside?
I think you took the day to kind of go through this process, so it's tough to tell down here, but you're feeling tired and hungry, like it's probably a little late for dinner, maybe 8 p.m.
Where's the ticking grandfather clock? That's...
Nice. Yeah, I wonder what they would. I mean, they're dwarves, right? They'd have tinkering stuff. And your mom's tinkerer, so you probably would. Let's say, yeah, a nice ornate, tall, standing floor clock. Pendulums still swinging. No, they're not swinging, but you see it there. And they're, yeah. It looks in good shape, aside from some of the dust that's built up on its...
If that's there, Caelynn would be definitely interested in that. Taking notes. Probably looking, putting, looking at it.
Nice. There's a big glass door in the front that has a bunch of the cogs and sprockets and inner workings exposed intentionally. It's almost like a work of art as well as...
She makes a sketch in her sketchbook.
Neat.
And we'll point the time out to Mortimer.
So I guess we should gather up everybody. We're not going to be able to get everything here tonight.
In the day, Dan, towards the evening, probably.
Oh yeah, it's probably after dinner time, so it's probably around 8 o'clock. You're feeling a little hungry, a little tired. Well, maybe not tired, but hungry.
Maybe we should see if people want to get some...
Yeah, head to the local eatery.
Okay.
And then go, I guess, see about getting the workers in here to get the place ready for habitation.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good idea. Okay, let's go and get everyone.
Yep, count them up.
All right, what's Emil up to during this time? Excuse me.
I think after picking the lock, he's gonna kind of wander and do. I mean, I guess Blueberry did kind of a perimeter check, but he's gonna do more of a security check. Looking at it kind of from a rogue's perspective of ways to break in, different security levels, stuff like that. So
Okay.
it's kind of his brain is also kind of wondering because Brixie was a day or two ago, so. But to keep himself busy, he's gonna kind of check locks and stuff like that.
Go ahead and do an investigation check with advantage because you're just putting your mind into it. Ooh.
There, is that okay?
Yes. A 31 will do it. Awesome. You just pour all your energy into it, and you find those same broken windows, the busted lock on the back door. There's a number of areas that you know how to put some stuff up to blockade it and make it safe until it can be repaired. Let's see, what else did you spot was such a ridiculously high investigation check. Along the base of the wall, exterior wall, there's a wind that comes up off of the chasm some 100 feet away. There's loose stone and such that's just been swept up by that wind, abutting the wall. But one area, instead of sweeping up, it seems to dip down. And you can see the ground go down maybe 4 or 5 inches where the loose stone goes down instead of upward along the wall. It's about a 3.5 foot wide section.
I'm trying to picture this. Is this something... Is it creating a gap between the floor and the wall, or?
It's more like the ground dips down in that 3.5 foot section, and so instead of just hitting the wall and building up there, it hit the wall and goes down into or below the house. This is exterior. Sorry.
Okay. So but it's more like wind damage. It doesn't lead anywhere.
Well, you take a peek and sort of brush some of it aside, and it looks like some sort of previously reinforced window was down here. You see some bars that are broken and busted through and rusted in this area, and pane of glass that is just partially there still. Most of it's broken off and pushed in with a bunch of dirt that seems to be sweeping into this and then down into like a lower section below the house.
Okay, I think the obvious thing to do, just since I'm kind of wandering on my own, is I'll step away from the spot and go through the house, keep and find the other side, like go down the basement and see if I can get to that room from another way. Okay.
As you go in and you look around, you don't see any. Make a fresh investigation check for like an access to some lower level, if you would. Okay. You paw around. Let me just do a roll and see what they. Oh yeah. Okay. As you investigate that area within the interior, you don't see any access points there. Everything seems to be just sealed up. Like this is not. You don't see any readily available access point to go down. However, you do spot every so often there are a couple of rooms that instead of don't have entirely stone floors, but some that have wood in them. And just a little bit between the seams, you can see if you push some dust, you'll see it fall down well below instead of just between the boards, as though there is another section below. There's just nothing, no readily accessible traps or doors or anything like that.
Okay. Well, we've already kind of said Emil is kind of all in on this, so he's going to kind of double down and he's going to find some parchment and start to actually kind of map it all out and draw it all out. Like, I'll get to the investigating the wood and all that, but I kind of want to draw it all out and start to build like the master map of what's going on here.
Okay.
So again, kind of making it not like a quick thing where I'm trying to rush to the answer, but I'm trying to understand everything that's going on because it's distracting Emil from what's going on otherwise.
Okay, neat. All right, there's difference. You've got your scroll then in your writing utensil, and you start working on the elaborate process of mapping that all out. Neat. And what's Blueberry up to?
I think he'd continue doing a sweep of the outside, peeing on stuff occasionally, just to know, if they're back in the house.
I was gonna do that, but they would have frowned on it.
Yeah. Just do a general, perimeter sweep, and just do some sniffing, do some rolling around, doing some dog stuff.
Some pupper stuff is so cute. Okay. Neat. All right then. Let's see. Is this? Let's see then. Aaron, what are you up to?
After finding this bright, shiny thing that definitely looks like it belongs in a dragon's hoard, Aaronwyn is obsessively looking through the house, and she's walking around with her eyes closed, just like her blind sense everywhere, just trying to find more buried things. She will give them to Caelynn, but shiny things.
Nice.
She's looking for shinies.
Well, you know what? As you're using your blind sense, you can feel below the floor. I
have a 10-foot radius on
okay.
Or a 10-foot range.
There are some spaces around the perimeter rooms, just some of the perimeter rooms, where it's stone beneath. But for the most part, you feel an empty, vacuous space beneath the floor. Like 8.5 feet deep with your 10-foot blind sense.
Interesting. Okay. All right. Yes, I'm just going around like, I want to find more shiny things. And she'll have her mage hand out and just kind of like brush them down, like feather dusting.
Okay. There's plenty of that to go around.
What's the verb? What's the verb? Dusting. She's dusting with her mage hand.
Oh, that's awesome.
So just kind of like clean off all the things.
Oh, okay. You're able to get a good solid, good layer of the outermost grunge off as it dusts away.
Yeah, and she's just doing this while she's walking around looking for shinies.
Nice. All right. And Emrysina, what are you up to in this new area here?
Well, first I'm gonna shake my head, just watching her go through the rooms and stuff, and I'm like, what is she doing? Like, I haven't seen anybody besides Caelynn be this excited about shiny things. And I'm gonna actually.
Oh, you can. She does. It is. She does have her appearance. She does have a shining draconic rune, and then her eyes are they have the vertical slit. She's got sharper teeth, and then she does have patches of scales on her face and on her skin all over.
Oh wow!
So she's clearly not fully human.
That's interesting.
And the scales are bronze.
Okay. Em's a little uncertain about her though.
Okay.
You know, they just met, so. But Em's gonna go outside with Uni and just kind of pet her and everything and talk with her and look about and kind of say, reminisce about the last time she was with the group and basically kind of say a prayer for Brixie and everybody else that was lost. And but something about the area puts me on edge. Like I can't stop getting this bad feeling. Like, why was the crown in there in the first place? Why? Like, maybe that's the reason that so many people have broken in. Just kind of those kind of thoughts going through her head and stuff, trying to figure it out.
Okay.
I'm wondering where the heck Emil is. It's always disappearing.
Nothing's ever changed.
Hasn't changed there. So I'm just standing outside, just for now. I gotta take a moment. Y'all are too much.
Nice. What was going on? All right.
We've been together for an hour and already you're too much to people.
I know. There's a lot to take in.
Okay. So Galathor is probably would have introduced himself as well, as mostly a paladin. Things that stand out about Galathor, he has the large eye that is the symbol of, is it helm?
Yes.
Okay, thanks. He has sort of brownish hair, but he has this big white streak that runs through it. And he has a like a little reliquary, like a vial full of fluid with a finger in it, floating within it. And probably catch that. Probably. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, Ed, if you're in chat. And
I think it's around his neck too, isn't it?
I think so. I think he wears it around his neck.
And I'm dragging him around most of the place.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Awesome.
Collecting body parts now. What?
Let's see. So what would you all like to do for the night? Rest and tackle things in the morning, did you say?
I think I was going to try and get, probably need to eat.
Okay.
So go out to the closest, tavern or whatever.
Okay. Let's see. Down in the fifth ring, which is more of the fancier.
What was the closest? How far would we have to walk?
It's only about a half mile back to the entrance of the city, and this particular ring houses a lot of the wealthier people of the city. So you can go into that fifth ring if you want and see if you can find something. But just looking inside, you can tell things are going to be expensive here. So you can also head back up to a higher ring to get maybe some cheaper food or less price gougey food.
I'd say let's go. Let's go. I mean, let's go to the nice place.
I'll follow her.
Okay.
Emil is not hungry.
You catch him scribbling at a desk.
Blood.
That's awesome. Okay, so Emil is gonna. Are you gonna? Is Emil gonna hang at the estate then?
Yeah, I think Emil's obsessed with his map and his investigations.
We might have not even found him to even tell him to go if he's underneath the house.
I don't think he's gotten that far yet, but yeah, if he does get that far, then yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
He's got a compass and some different, protractors and other stuff that he's drawn out.
Laying down ley lines.
It's been a rough couple of days. I'm sure he's fine.
Yeah.
He can take care of himself.
Brewer opts to stay behind as well,
Okay.
just not feeling comfortable.
Caelynn feels better about that. Yeah.
Does Galathor want to go for food?
Yeah.
If he doesn't, everyone's going to change.
Go for food.
I
mean, we've built a rapport over food, so Erwin here's food and she's gone. She's going.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, so in you head. Oops, let me pull my notes here so I know which place you're going to. All right, so this is a ritzy area, so let's choose one of the ritzy ones.
Or will really fit into the ritzy area too.
Nice. There aren't too many taverns per se. It's all very distinct. There are bars, like strictly bars, strictly food that serves. What's the term?
Ale? No.
Yeah, fancy. I'm trying to think of there's just a catchy word for it to be perfect, but I can't think of it. Anyway,
I mean,
not
I guess
spirits,
probably
but
a bar would be fine if we can see that they have food as well.
Yeah, they have like snacky appetizer food. The restaurants have like food with some spirits they offer off the menu.
We'll get a restaurant then.
Okay. So you go to the Gilded Saber. It's a fine restaurant towards the heart of the city here in this fifth ring. And you're met by a host behind a podium, very, up class. Kind of gives it's a human male. Has the little wispy mustache, hair, kind of dark hair slicked over and slicked back. Welcome. Are you here to apply for a job?
We are here to dine, sir.
Well, we serve here a certain clientele that can. Are you sure you'll be able to afford the meals, lady?
I'll kind of lean over Caelynn's shoulder and just kind of like glaring at him a little bit, like.
I would just hate to embarrass you and cause a scene.
Why are people like this?
How I'm not sure. I can't tell, sir, how long you've lived in this area. Perhaps you know of the council, I'm sure.
Of course.
I am to be possibly. My last name is Stormforge. Whether that means anything to you or not, but we're, a well-known family in the area. So we are fine for your establishment. So please show us a table.
If you insist, the charge may be up front. But please, yes. Let me show you the way. And he guides you into a table that's sort of just outside the kitchen door. Where it's like, swing behind you, and it's a little extra chilly at this table.
As we're walking, Dan, I'm gonna subtly cast message.
Okay.
Or what is it? Message. message to him and just kind of say in his head, "You'd best learn to be polite, sir."
It's creepy as hell.
He kind of looks around, like startled. Now he's kind of looking about to see.
And I have another room going.
Nice. All right. Oops.
Uni's gonna stay outside.
Ah, okay. Nice. There's some nice shrubbery outside around the building for Uni to graze upon.
His horn flashes purple every once in a while, or different colors.
Neat. All right. So you're all sat down, and the server will be with you soon.
Thank you.
He walks off back to his area there, his booth at the front podium.
I'll send another message. I'm watching you.
Kind of fixes his tie and jacket and stands at the podium, but looking around still. A server comes by. Let's see, server. So this will be they seem to hire non-dwarves for a number of positions here that in this particular ring anyway that you've seen so far. And this would be a half-elf gentleman. Probably, I mean, it's tough to tell with half-elves, but still pretty young, probably like early 20s. And he arrives, notepad in hand. Hello, my name is Gerbert. I'm here to serve you today. How may I help you? May I take your order? Can I start you with a drink?
Hello. Gerbert, you said your name was?
Gerbert, yes. Pleasure.
Got it. Yes, we would like, I would say probably some, what would you suggest?
Well, and as he kind of leans back, light captures his face. His unibrow is a little distracting as it's sort of a heavy unibrow. He has really short hair that he's attempted to style, but it's very resistant to whatever gel he's used too much of. And there's a cologne that he's put way too much of on. So some of these are a little bit overwhelming to the senses. We have some imported meat, some roasted lamb, some goods from, where are you here? You're in the, some lobster and seafood. There's a lobster bisque that is delicious. But if you're looking for more of a classic soul food, as it were, there's an area in the menu for that. Some hearty stews and meats and breads.
Why don't you bring out enough for my friends here and myself? Some meat, some bread, and some stew.
Get the lamb.
And some lamb as well.
Of course. He kind of like does this with his unibrow and put it off to either side and turns and walks away to go place your order. Let's see, Gerbert, what are you going to do? So you see the host shuffle through the crowd and over to Gerbert as he's up by the in the back. And Gerbert's like, you see him gesturing, and Gerbert comes over. So, my apologies. He kind of looks over at the host and back. Frederic is insisting that you pay for the meals up front. I'm terribly sorry. He's quite rude. Judges books by their cover.
I'm sorry, what are you saying to me?
He's asked that you pay the meals up front.
How much do I owe you?
You can see the shame on his face that he's been put in this position. Well, all together, this will run 3 gold.
I give him 4.
Thank you. Thank you for your patience, too. I'm so terribly sorry. He takes it and kind of like bows a few times as he's leaving the area and goes up to Frederic that's waiting in the back, like tapping a foot. And you can see him holding his hand out, like gesturing, like, "Are you kidding me? You put me, like..." Obviously, they could pay, you know. You can hear a little bickering back and forth, and Frederic kind of looks up.
I'm gonna try to listen in on this. Yeah, or are they too far away?
It's far enough where you can kind of see gestures and just hear them, oh, as they're talking. But you do see Frederic, the host, kind of and go back over to his, like, look at you all over Gerbert's shoulder and heads up to
I'll send another message.
Nice.
You had best watch your actions.
And now he's kind of looking over at the table, like...
I'm glowing a little bit more.
Nice.
Because I'm slowly casting each one of these, and that's fun.
I think Galathor would complain a little, too, like, "Oh, really, this is... so shameful. Judging one by one's appearance."
Rich people are annoying.
Oh my god.
I'm going to ask Gerbert what Frederic's last name is.
And he comes back over to ask for drinks. You ask him, sir, well, they don't give us last names here. We work for and live for the establishment here. They're sort of an indentured servitor. And they give us a name.
That's really sad.
Well...
Slaves?
No, not slaves per se. We are paid, and we just work off our debt. We're given a place to stay.
Are you paid or are you paid?
We're not paid what we're worth, assuredly, but we are paid, and it is enough to pay down our debt. Most of us were either lost at sea or found here by some other means, and it's awfully expensive to get off of this island, you see.
Excuse me, sir. How much do you owe?
And he, sees... Oh, wait, are you little kid or puppy?
Didn't think about it, so technically a puppy.
Okay.
Awkward.
Oh! And he does his unibrow parting again. I'm sorry. And he just processes for a minute.
Yes, he's adorable. Screech, 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 screech.
Well, as far as the debt itself, I owe still 54 gold on it, but in a few years I should be able to pay that off, and then just need to save for, proper passage, another probably 10 gold or so.
I give him 100 gold.
Ma'am, ma'am.
I'm a dude, but carry on.
One day I will remember this. Sir,
It's like I was castrated, but seriously.
Nice. Of course, isn't that I guess technically he probably wouldn't have even looked to.
No.
Yeah. Oh,
it's fine.
I can't.
Yes, you can.
But this is so much. I don't even know your name.
Sounds like they tend to kidnap people that are lost at sea around here. Like, just kind of hold y'all hostage and squeeze you for every coin you get. Doesn't sound like a very good place, does it? Even if the food is nice. This whole city.
They do take advantage of those that are stranded, yes. Yes, I would say so, but...
They won't for long. You have my word on that.
Thank you, ma'am. I'm sorry, ma'am. I don't even know your name. And he looks at Blueberry.
Blueberry Pancake the Third, and I cast Mage Hand to give him a handshake.
Oh, and shakes a hand. Let's do I. He, looks around and pockets the gold. And I thank you all. And he kind of looks like out of the exit, like, I'm outie. But he's saying, you can see him resolve himself to give the best service ever that he possibly can. Yes, well, let me make sure your service tonight is the finest ever. And he looks at Caelynn, and you are, ma'am? It sounded like you were of import. I haven't seen you here before.
My family... I mean, I am new to the area, but my family is not. I am... she'll just say Caelynn Stormforge.
Well. And he kind of leans in, as though he's listening to an order you're taking. Yes, I've heard the name. Quite a few people are upset by your arrival. It's great.
I'm glad to hear it.
I can see why. Yes, well, drinks. Now, outside of the menu, there are a couple of finer drinks that you won't find on there. Perhaps I can interest you in those, and let's say it's on the house.
Please do.
I would like some water on the rocks, please.
Of course. Thank you. Is there anything else I can do? This is truly a wonderful gesture. I would never have imagined something like this.
I have family here.
I don't. I have family back on in Calais, but not here. No. I mean, maybe they're still there. It's been a few years since I've been stuck here.
What was your second name then?
It's struck me in this moment that I haven't
It's been a while.
considered it. Yeah, nice. Tarrant Briggs was my name.
Well then, Tarrant. Thank you, and say hi to your family when you get back.
I will. I will. This is really happening, isn't it? Let me get you those drinks, and I will make this the best service you've ever had. Ask me of anything of me. And he kind of, gives a deep bow, a few deep bows, and heads back to the kitchen. Yeah, so, because I don't want to consume all your roleplay if you don't want to roleplay, so it's dinner unless anyone has anything they want to roleplay over dinner.
What's his snot face? The guy who was...
Oh, Frederic, the host?
Yeah. How's he doing?
He's being... You see a couple other guests come in that he recognizes, and he gives them, like, the royal treatment, of course, as they come in. But you can just see the gestures from across the room. Yes, right this way, and the grand sweeping gestures and all that.
I'm gonna keep an eye on him, and I'm just gonna, at any time he gives us the dirty look that Erwin is all too familiar with, she's just gonna kind of grin back.
Nice.
And I'll send another message if he's gonna look at us rudely all throughout the night.
Nice. Do you grin far enough to show the
oh
thing?
yes.
Yeah. He walks by a time or two and looks over, like, sneers, but then continues on saying that. Nice.
I think Caelynn will turn to Emrysina throughout the meal. So what are your leads on your brother?
He's in the jail here, in case we didn't cover that.
Yeah, we did.
My bad.
I was like, we got everything else but that.
Yeah.
It's been a crazy week. I heard he was jailed here, and I followed it here, and But I have to wonder who the people are that are angry that you're here. And if they are the same people that are wanting that crown. What do you think?
Could be. I know also, which you wouldn't know this, but I have been offered a place on the High Council here. So I think that probably has some to do with people not being happy that I'm around.
Wow.
Because there are a lot of people who were vying for that position. Some family. And others not so friendly people. So, yeah. But
how do you feel about it?
I would hate for the position to go to someone who will only do more harm. Obviously, there are issues in the city. I plan to talk to them about this indentured servitude that they place on people that land here. That
It's kidnapping.
exactly. I don't agree with that, and it doesn't sit well with me. It's bad enough to be in a place that you don't know. It's even worse if you're being forced to stay there. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure I can do that, and I wouldn't want to stay here. I mean, not right now. I do want to continue traveling for a bit, but whether they would keep that spot open for me is something I need to talk with them about.
Do you feel like you were forced to stay here, taking the spot? Do you think you could do some good with some changes?
I honestly don't know, but I do know that I would be probably better than some of the other contenders who want the position, or at least the ones that I met the other day.
She at least is nice.
So yeah, it would be interesting, but I would definitely want a certain amount of freedom. If that's not offered, then I'm not sure, because I definitely couldn't just forsake the rest of my life before this and stay here. It would be according to what they're expecting of me.
Right.
But I'm willing to try whatever we can to help your brother, of course.
I really appreciate it.
Do you know the prison, the jail that he's being held in?
Oh, you do. It's called Brim's Decay.
Oh,
That doesn't sound pleasant.
sounds the
That
worst.
sounds really gross. He's at Brim's Decay.
That doesn't sound pleasant.
Yeah. I've never heard of it before. I've heard it's very not pleasant, as you say.
I wish I knew more about the area, but I'm sure that we could ask around.
Caelynn, I would be really careful here. I know that there's a lot of people angry, but I think there's also people that are on your side. Just be careful. I've heard a lot of things while I was here.
Anything we should be privy to?
Some people think you're here to start a riot, to take back what's yours. And others want that crown. I don't know how the word got out, even before you came here. Something is going on, and I think the council has a part in it. I would say watch your back if you're going to take that position.
That's good to know. Thank you. They weren't that friendly, so I wasn't fully trusting in them to begin with, but that helps to know where I stand. I mean,
I know this is difficult, but a little bit of advice. It's also the friendly ones. I think you need to find a spot to hide that.
yeah, I would agree. Okay. Thank you.
Anytime. Now I'm gonna make an extra plate for a meal.
Can I please have everybody roll a wisdom saving throw?
Oh, Trish.
Shit.
Sorry, not a meal. Actually, yes, a meal. My bad.
I just said that out loud.
Is this
you're
a spell
fine, Em.
effect that I can counter?
Not this particular one.
Crap.
Food poisoning.
Who's gonna die next?
Not me.
1, 2, 3, not it. Okay,
Yeah.
you said
I
a
have
wisdom
plot
save,
armor.
right?
Yeah, let me go down the list. I'll ask Caelynn first.
Hang on. Does this look like a 12 to you guys? Okay, that's not helpful.
It looks like a blur. Yeah.
Looks like a 20 to me.
These dice are gorgeous, but that is a 12. Okay.
Okay. Caelynn?
Could you come back to me really quick, Dan?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Mort?
Is it a save or a check?
Save.
Okay, that's much better. 13 plus 5, 18.
Okay. And Emil, you ended up with a 13. Blueberry?
17.
Oh, okay. Aaronwin?
With my big ol' -1, 11.
Okay. M?
18.
You're right, Ed. Let me roll for you. I'll just use my actual die.
No. I'll roll for him. I'll roll for Galathor.
Yep. Okay.
I rolled an 18 for Galathor.
Okay, nice.
So 18
Question,
plus
Uh-huh.
whatever.
Is Galathor not granting bonuses to everybody within 10 feet of him?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Is that on?
It's a plus.
Wow.
It's plus his charisma, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know if that's to be turned on or not, but I'm definitely not within 10
No.
feet.
That's an always on thing because
Oh.
paladins. Aura of courage? No, protection. Equal when a saving throw, creature gains a bonus to saving throw equal to your charisma modifier. He just has to be conscious.
Nice.
So everyone within 10 feet, which I don't think Emil is.
Emil's the only one that is that. Okay, so you're now a 14, Aaronwin, right? 11 to 14?
I had 11. So,
Okay.
yeah. So, and then I rolled a natural 18 for him, whatever his wisdom save is.
Nice. Okay. And Caelynn?
What was the saving throw for again?
Wisdom saving throw.
Okay, so I rolled a 5, but I think I'm going to use Indomitable, which I got at 9th level, which means I can roll a saving throw that I failed.
Nice.
Nice. Pulling out all the stops.
All right, so that's with the +3, that is a 16 total.
Okay. Good to know.
So I'm up to 21.
Nice.
And I'm up to 20.
Woo! Well done. Yeah. All right. So you continue on about dinner.
Nom 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 nom. What the fuck?
I kind of wish someone would have failed, so we would have known.
Even a 14?
Yep.
You know.
It's a 13.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Oh.
I need a cigarette.
Well done.
The unicorn.
Warren.
The unicorn was trying something. I know it.
We're coming in clutch again.
Nice, Varathia. That's so true.
Could we have told that something had just happened to us? No.
You're all just you brushed it off so hardcore. Nope.
Hardcore guy.
All right. So yeah. Anything else for dinner time, or do you want it to just it'll continue? Gerbert's going to be all hooking you up with everything he possibly can. doggy bag the crap for out of everybody's
Yeah,
orders.
you know for sure, Dan, that I'm putting some bread wrapped up in like a napkin into my bag.
He comes out with these a couple really large items wrapped up in this heavy paper.
Yes.
And he's got a couple of steaks. He's got a bunch of different proteins in there, some that are fish. He just hooks you all up because he's out.
I'm going with them.
I am quitting tonight, so I no longer care.
He's
Wow,
like,
with the bang.
as all of you wrap up and you're ready to head out. Again, stop me if there's anything else. Oh, sorry, Mort, did you have something? Go for it.
Well, on our way out, I'm going to talk to Trent. What's his name? Terrent. Terrent.
Terrent. Okay, yep.
I'm going to say this is definitely, you're done here, right?
He's following you out. Yeah,
Okay.
he's
So
leaving.
knowing that, on my way out, I'm going to cast Minor Illusion
Uh-huh.
and have a stream of rats come out from the kitchen and follow the maitre d' around.
Nice! That is beautiful. Frederick starts yelling. Away!
And then once he does that, I'm going to cast Messages again and say, I told you to watch yourself.
And
Now I'm glowing because I have 5 runes active.
Nice.
So I am shedding bright light.
Yeah, some of the patrons are starting. Oh, get a knife, never. And a little more haughty-tawdy crew here in this at the Gilded Saber, and Terrent. Frederick's like, oh, trying to stay away from the rats, and Terrent flips him a gold piece. It's like, yeah.
Nice.
Take care of that. Yeah, I'm out. And he just follows you all out and thanks you all again profusely as you're outside. Is a little shocked by Uni hanging out outside, like, oh, you. Okay. I believe it. Kind of looks at Blueberry, the talking dog, and kind of, rounded everyone. And M that has his huge, gorgeous wings tucked behind her. It's just like, the fang he saw on Aaron ran earlier. She was revealing it to Frederick. It's just like.
Also, I'm glowing brightly now.
Yes. Awesome. And he's just like, oh, okay. And he thanks you all profusely. And he heads off to go find passage out of here. Maybe even help a person out or two on the way. Pay it forward.
Safe.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I can't thank you enough. And he's got, some tears he's wiping away. Thank you.
Pay it forward.
I will. I absolutely will. Now he's bolting because he's ready.
He's like, I'm out of here.
Just hope they keep their word.
Yeah.
Excuse me. All right, so you all head back to the keep. Mind you, the image that's up now is part of the view of where the deep begins, a little bit past your estate.
Okay.
Just to get a feel for the area. There's a few more in
What a nice
shimmering, glimmering
backyard.
things.
Great.
Right?
Nice. It doesn't capture the cool pillar and some of the other more bright areas. This is sort of the dank, like, okay, you're heading into the deep area.
Here's the front door, here's the courtyard, and there's the entrance to the deep.
Ta-da! Oh,
This is what you don't tell people about when you're selling your house.
Exactly.
Paint a big faux picture up and set it out outside of the windows.
Illusion magic is a thing for a reason.
Oh, that's going to be fixed. It'll be fine.
Can I try and talk to Uni?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so just want to I'm assuming he's just following Em around.
Does that sound right, Em?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
He, she, I don't know. I assumed. I apologize.
It would probably be pretty obvious with a unicorn, with a horse creature. So
Dang, Dan, what the heck?
Sure.
grew up around horses. It's pretty obvious.
After dark.
Is Uni?
Burn. Uni is a female.
Okay.
And I'm just giving her treats and stuff from the table
Cool.
and from the leftovers and everything. So
So I just kind of walk up by her, and I just tried talking like animal. I don't know what that actually is. I'm just gonna talking dog and hope she.
Okay.
It's like, hey, fancy horse. Fancy horse.
Kind of looks over at you.
Did she say anything?
Let's see. She does. How's she gonna do this? So at first, you hear this beautiful sing-songy, like an angelic reply. It just sounds like a beautiful harmony of notes. But I don't know if you understand Celestial.
Oh my god, I actually do.
I do too.
Nice. That's how you got her earlier, Aaron. She.
It was a random language. I was like, yeah, that'll do.
Nice. Okay. Oh, Mort too. Excellent. So.
I don't know.
Awesome.
So anyone that understands Celestial that's here can hear
Does
her.
that make us
reply.
crazy?
This one looks good. Hey, it's paying off. You get to. She speaks this out loud for everyone to hear. So the notes softly convey the thought versus an actual spoken language that you would understand. In which she says, "Hello. How may I help you, beautiful young creature?"
Oh yes. Fancy horse is nice.
Unless you want to roll, I didn't even ask Em. Do you want to roleplay Uni? I hear him jumping in, and I didn't even ask.
Oh, you can go ahead and have fun with it.
Okay. Neat.
What's your name?
I don't know if you could speak my true name, but Uni is fine for now, as my friend calls me.
Oh. Wait. Unicorn, not a Pegasus, right?
Correct. Yeah, no wings.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Okay. Can I ride on your back?
Oh, I would be honored.
Oh my god, this is amazing. Okay.
And she looks over to Em, and Em, she's going to telepathically just check in with you, like, I'd like to give this one a ride. Is that okay with you?
Yes.
Thank you, my friend. And goes over and puts the front legs down and their back legs to get down as low as she can.
And I get up as easily as I can without like digging in my clothes or anything. So just gonna like pad my way up there.
Neat. Okay.
I'll help Blueberry.
Oh, thank you. I got a big butt.
It's squiggling at the.
Wait, she's corky butt.
Nice. And then Uni stands up, and so anyone looking at Uni face on, you just see like this mage wizard hat above Uni's head behind the horn.
No, it's in line with the horn.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cute.
You kind of walk towards the front, right behind the head, and kind of look around. It's a nice view up here.
Yes. I never have to walk again.
It's a very
Oh, I see what you did there.
nice. It's very peaceful, almost cleansing, like your aura is being charged with positivity.
Oh, God.
as you're
I need this horse in my actual life.
Nice.
And we all have unicorns.
Same.
Oh, okay. I just chill then. I'm just super chill, like
Okay.
I'm high on life.
Nice. All right, you've got a ride for the rest of the way back to the estate, food in tow. Y'all make it back safely. Y'all want to have a good night's rest and tackle things in the morning? Or is there any roleplay you'd like to do tonight?
Can I see if I can see Emil anywhere?
Yeah, I imagine. Correct me if I'm wrong, Emil. Or what do you feel you'd be doing, Emil?
I mean, just enough before I get in the investigation with trying to figure out these potential jail underfloor going on. I mean, if I've got it all mapped out, I'd probably try and figure out how to break in, but I certainly wouldn't hide my tracks.
Okay. Yeah, you have it. This level of the estate well mapped out. You've spotted a few areas where it appears to be stone underneath and not anything else. You have a rough, like a shaded in theory as to the layout down below. The only access point you've seen is the one outside so far. There's no intentional doorway or anything secret like that.
Okay, but the places where there was wood, floors, was I able to discern anything about those places?
You can see that there's an open area below. Do you have anything to like direct light down? I don't think they'd be wide enough, but let me do a roll because it's been a hot minute since this thing's been here. Okay, all right, that's fair. You can see down below a good 8.5, 9 feet down to a stone floor. Below the there's like a reading room with a small fireplace and mantle, and that has the wooden flooring. That room. Yeah, it's a good drop down, but nothing's lit down there. You can see vaguely as you peer through that there's more dust and such that's settled on the floor down there. It seems as untouched as the rest of the building. Difficult to discern any future. There are, blobs of something that are taking up space down there. Probably furniture or maybe stone or something like that.
I'm gonna try to find a meal to give him its food.
Okay. Anyways, yeah, I guess probably what I would be if Brewer was with me is I would be working with Brewer to try and clear the that one window well a little bit, so we just kind of be outside hanging out.
Okay. You hear the kind of scraping and clearing of Brewer and the huffing of Emil as they clear out that area in the back. You can kind of see him as you arrive around the curve. So is that Caelynn and Em, or is anyone else going over as well?
Yeah, if we see the commotion, commotion, but we're gonna go find what's Emil up to. Yeah.
Like, what is going on?
All right, you all head over to that rear area. So it's almost cleared out, almost enough for a medium-sized humanoid to slip in. Maybe another couple of minutes of digging, because it's getting into some hard stone now. But Brewers, can kind of take over at that point and start chipping away at the stone.
All right, I'll cast dancing lights down to where the opening is, just to give them a better look at what's going on.
I'll do that too.
Okay, so you put some dancing lights down in there, and
there's 8 globules.
Nice. Bloop, 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 as they kind of warp and bubble and float through, projecting light. And in here, let me think. This is the back under, not the library. So you would see here. Oh, okay. You would actually see an open hallway. But along either side, the unmistakable iron bars of cells.
Ugh, what were your family into?
Hopefully political enemies.
Seeing the jail, do we see that coming up beside them?
If you're peering into there, you cast the light, so yeah, I think you'd see it.
Nope. Backs up.
I'm intrigued.
Do you need me? Is the opening big enough for me to go down inside, Dan?
Let's see. Not quite yet, because you're still technically medium. Is Mort? Yeah, Mort's medium too, right? Or is
3'2".
Okay.
Are you considered small or medium?
I don't. Well,
you're a gnome.
Yeah, I thought gnomes were small.
Small, so Mort could fit. Yep.
Mort will take poke his head in. Let's put it that way. Don't go that far.
Okay. If everyone can make another wisdom saving throw, please.
Right.
+3 because Galathor is awesome.
Yes. Galathor went to use the bathroom. Not just kidding.
Oh no.
Yep.
Let me start with M this time. Oh, you might be. Oh, there you go.
I'll roll for Galathor.
And it'll be a wisdom save, so you get
15.
Ooh, okay, all right. And what? Go ahead, M. Sorry.
I'm gonna give Emil his food.
Okay.
Here you go.
They're peeking through.
There's some stuff for you and stuff.
Thank you. Thank you.
Problem.
So sweet.
3, 5, and 3. 11.
Nice. Oh, right.
So
Sorry.
we're
So, what's Galathor, if I may?
I rolled an 8 natural 18, so 21 plus whatever.
Nice. Okay. And for you, Aaron?
17.
Oh, okay. Blueberry?
That's a solid 9.
Okay. Emil?
What did I get?
Oh, you
7.
put it in there. Ooh, okay. Mort, what was it? 11?
11 total, yeah.
And Caelynn?
9.
Oh boy, we're gonna find out whatever it is.
Oh, dang. This is going to be interesting.
Mort, you peek your head in, and you see very disused 4 cells, 2 on either side of this hallway. The same gunk and such that's covered the interior and exterior of the house here covers this area below. All the jail cells, the doors are open. It's mostly barred except for a single door that swings open, the barred doors. Across the other way is a small stone desk with a decaying wooden chair behind it, pulled out like someone stood up at some point and never pushed it in. And there appears to be a doorway behind it that has very hardy wood planks put together and banded with an iron band on top and bottom that connects to a hinge that would move you further in. And because the lights are in there to help illuminate it, and you can see through the jail cells, you see that there's an open doorway with no door in its path on the left and the right to continue further in.
So, well, the only other person probably who could come in is Blueberry.
Well, is Brewer still digging too?
He paused just to let Mort go in, but he can continue, yep.
Do you need me, Mort? Do you need me to do anything? I'm super good at digging. Found that crown.
That I know. Well, first of all, I'm going to cast Mage Armor.
Okay. You kind of, pull your head back out and turn to, answer, to acknowledge Blueberry, begin casting your spell. And walking up the road, just past the house, coming out of the line of sight from the house back up into the city, is a deep gnome, female deep gnome. She hears some of the noise and looks back, and she looks vaguely familiar.
To
you.
Me?
I was going to say, that's Mortimer's race, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's where we'll end tonight's session.
Yeah.
Woo, sneak it in. Neat.
I don't know what direction to run into the jail cells or towards this person I'm making.
Awesome. Oh, neat. Well, again, I just want to say welcome back, Melissa, and I'm so excited to have you here. Thank you so much. And
Anytime. I'm happy to be back.
Excellent. Neat. And thank you, all players. Another fantastic night. So much fun. We'll get into some more meat and potatoes probably this next, as far as like maybe some potential fights and some other stuff. I guess
Is
it all
that a
depends on
pun
where
because
you go.
we're in a dwarf city?
Some meat and potatoes. Potatoes.
Potatoes.
Boil them, mash them, put them in a stew.
Nice.
Yep.
Neat. Yeah, so there's plenty of fun over at...
we haven't had a full rest yet.
Right. Get some sleep.
We were just about ready to.
Point of order, Dan. We wouldn't have need to cast the lights because Erwin is shedding bright light. Because she has 5 runes up glowing.
Gotcha.
So you're a walking glow stick.
Yeah, it's more like a walking bright lantern.
Nice. Well, we've got Mort's mystery person. We have M's brothers sitting in Brim's decay, and a map that Brewer is like,
There's a lot going on. There's a lot going
Brewer's
on.
chomping at the bit to be still wearing his backpack that's like specific for this trip. Like, as I'm ready. We got the deep and some escapades with the council, and Caelynn's decision ahead of her and Emil's discovery of this. We'll see what that leads to. Yay! The basement.
Plus, we all failed a wisdom saving throw. Well, not all of us. Some of us did.
Half of the party.
Should be fun. Thank you, viewers, too. We love having you here. And a special thank you to all of you that are here like every week with us to share this. This is episode 83. We're coming up on 100. And I know that's still a ways off, but it doesn't feel it. Like each week I'm still shocked. We're like, yes, we're at another thing. And I was looking over the notes the other day and there was just so much. We've been through so much. It was like mind-blowing looking through all the arcs and personal
next
plots.
month is our 2-year anniversary.
Oh my god.
That's right. Oh, we
That
got to
is
do something
insane.
special. Oh, so definitely inspiration for everybody.
Yes.
And yeah, all sorts of things. And I'll try and up the challenge for that night too. Whenever it comes around, we'll see what you're all doing. If there are any challenges. Okay.
Giveaway.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I wonder if I can. I was thinking of something the other day that I had, and like I could actually do a giveaway with that. So I will consider that and see what I can do.
We'll have something else ready by that time too.
Yeah.
No, you have to draw 6 new characters.
That's true.
Just every single time you
The never
get
ending
things like
coaster.
We're gonna have like this, like, have you seen the Super Smash one where for the new? Yeah, it's gonna keep adding. Awesome. Well, thank you all so much, everyone. We can catch us here every Friday night from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern for Stormfall's amazing campaign. We have our All Evil campaign every Tuesday nights, same 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern, Kier's Lament. And some other stuff on the horizon. Maybe. We'll keep you posted. Have a great night, and we'll catch you all soon. Bye.
Bye.